Hi, I'm a crime scene investigator who has CPTSD and has developed a severe case of CRS, can't remember stuff. Anyway, I'm a former crime scene investigator and I have access to this. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why. I just found it in my crime scene stuff when I was cleaning it out to make it into my crime scene cleaning business stuff. Listen, I bought a whole like husky stacking thingy. I can show y'all when I unpack it again, but I'm gonna unpack it and pack it for my job as a cleaner of crime scenes. So multi-purpose. Anyway, have this and it has all my crime scenes, not all of them, some of them. I worked for 2 different departments and I don't know why I have some stuff and not other stuff. I don't know. I can't remember any of this. So this one is one of the first ones. Well, I like one of the first ones on this. There's how many? There's 124 cases on here. All of them range from injury to a child, deceased person, and different variations, theft of vehicles, aggravated robberies, burglary of a business, essays, criminal mischiefs, shootings, stabbings. You get the gist. So basically anything that a crime scene investigator could work, I have worked in one way or another. So the first one's going to be deceased person. And the reason I can't show any of these photos, I'll be honest with you. But the reason I'm looking at them now is because I worked them and I don't remember them. Like CPTSD took my memory away. And so like, no, mosquito, go away. I know I'm sweet, but damn. So like I can't remember anything from my childhood, my crime scene days. You know what? I disassociated so hard I can't remember 98% of my life. Let's just say that. So looking at these photos again will be like walking through the crime scene all over again. So I can kind of describe what I'm looking at, but I can't show you for various reasons. Anyway, it's a house. I just took a photo of the house and the house number. And the reason we took photos of the outside of the house was one, he was outside. According to this photo where I can totally see a body shield. You know, like a cover so neighbors can't see what's going on, so people aren't traumatized by seeing a body, except y'all are sick people too, like me. And so y'all like seeing it. And the reason I know y'all like seeing it is because one of my cases, a lot of my cases actually, but one in particular is like scarred in my brain. Where like this person's family like came out and like put out lawn chairs and stuff to watch it all go down. Anyway, so there's multiple photos in all of these. So there's a way of taking photographs as a crime scene investigator where you take overall mid-range and close-up photos. So there's a lot of photos in here, I'll be honest with you. Anyway, older white man on the pavement outside of his house, deceased. Lividity in his face and some blood on his feet, but it's like a rock pebble like in his foot or something. Then I took photos of the inside of the house, medications. He had a hospital bed. From what I remember, he wasn't doing well. And all of his medications, inhalers. We take photos of medications, not because as a crime scene investigator, you're expected to know what all the medications do and what they're for, but primarily for like documentation purposes in case anybody asks later. Like when the body gets to the ME's office, they may request what kind of medications were on site, things like that. So there's just photos of the overall state of the house. We do look inside of people's refrigerators, you know, because you never know when you got a Ted Bundy and you got like body parts of somebody else in somebody else's house. Yeah, you know. I never found any. Darn. but we look in there just in case. So when we got there, he had a blanket on him. And there's a rule that you're not allowed to touch the body until the ME arrives. And so my first photos of him, he had this red blanket on him. But the rest of my photos, when after I finished going into the house, now the ME is there. So I came back out to photograph the body. So now we've taken the blanket off. He's in his boxers. The boxers are orange, blue, and white checkered. I don't know what that's called, actually. Anyway. Oh, we flipped him over. So everything looked fine. He just looked like he was sleeping on the ground for a second. But then when we flipped him over, there's blood on his face. And it's just, he hit the pavement when he went down. And, he didn't break, he broke the fall with his face. So there's a little bit of blood on the pavement. Nothing concerning. Lividity is consistent with the position that he was in. Doesn't look like a body dump. Doesn't look like he was moved. Doesn't look like he was positioned. Anything like that. Took close-ups of his face and his eyeballs to see if there was any petechia in there. Let's see. I think that's it. Wow. The crazy thing about being a crime scene investigator is like you know the outcome of some of your cases, like you know how they died. But then sometimes you don't. Oh, I have a report. Let's see what I said. I don't think I can read this online at all. Let's see. No, it was just me stating what I did and all of that. Yeah, like I can't explain any of this at all. But you always have to write a police report. And the reason you have to write reports is because you become me and you develop CPTSD and then you can't remember what you did on a crime scene 3 years ago when you're testifying about it 3 years later. And they're like, what did you do on this crime scene? And you're like, can I look at my report? Because, listen, your girl's got CPTSD and I don't remember anything. Y'all are lucky I remember my name half the time. Oh, this one has an autopsy. Oh, there's autopsy photos. We're going to have to save that for the next episode of Bloodstains Breakthroughs. But I have like 120 something cases that I can go through. So if you really want to talk about it and I can go into more detail, because I have to look at how much I can say on social media. I'll be honest with you. But I can give you rundown for each crime scene I worked at. It's like a blind react of crime scenes together because even though I was the investigator, like I said, CPTSD, can't remember anything. So 124 episodes if you're interested. All right. I love you. I will talk to you later. Bye.